Hello and welcome to week 5 of our 6-week self-improvement series. My name is Miriam Mills from Breathe Flow Balance, and today we're going to be talking about self-talk. So what is self-talk? Why is it important, and why should we be aware of it? So what self-talk is the practice of either talking to oneself silently or out loud. It's that kind of running babble we have, that monologue that goes on all day. Chatter, chatter, chatter in our head. That's what self-talk is. And so it can be used in a constructive way, or indeed it can be destructive. So we're all probably aware of, to some level or other, of when we have negative self-talk and we beat ourselves up and we're very hard on ourselves. We can use words like, I'm useless, I can never do that, oh, I could never do that, somebody else can do that kind of thing, but I could never do that. So we use this negative talk to ourselves, and it can cause us then to not want to do things or to take appropriate action in our lives. And we as human beings are more prone to negative self-talk, beating ourselves up, being critical of ourselves, being very, very harsh on ourselves. So why is it important to monitor our self-talk? Well, it can either work for us or against us. It can be either uplifting or it can be very defeating. We have these feelings of, I'm not good enough, and it can actually, if it's a negative self-talk, it can paralyze us into inaction, not taking action where we really should be taking action. So people who suffer from depression and anxiety often have very self-destructive, dysfunctional self-talk. Where they feel they have this sort of crippling insecurity, and it can make them feel very, very down. So it's really, really important to, first of all, monitor our self-talk. What's going on in our head? What are the thoughts we're saying to ourselves? Oftentimes we wouldn't talk to a friend the way we talk to ourselves. We're very good at giving guidance and being supportive to friends, but sometimes when we've made mistakes ourselves, we're very critical and we're not kind to ourselves. So the first thing to do when it comes to self-talk is to become aware of it. Be aware when you are being critical of yourself and using overgeneralizations like, oh, I could never do that, or everything I do today is disastrous, or I'm not good enough, or I could never find that, or I could never do that, or I could never achieve that. Somebody else could do that, but not me. So just be careful of the words you're using to yourself. It can lift you or it can break you. So treat yourself like a child. How would you talk to a child? You'd be kind, you'd be compassionate. So show compassion to yourself more often throughout the day. So first of all, become aware of your thoughts, and then decide to question your negative thinking. Is this actually true of myself? Are the things I'm actually saying to myself about myself true? Or it can be about a situation. Is that actually true? And often when we question our thoughts, we realize that a lot of it is not true. It's not true at all. So it's an interesting task. So get used to monitoring your thoughts, monitoring your self-talk, what you're saying to yourself, and questioning, is that true? So it's interesting that neuroplasticity actually shows that we're continually rewiring the brain throughout our lifetime. So we can change the programs, the neural pathways or the programs in the brain, but the brain needs repetition, 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 repetition. So we can easily use positive self-talk if we want to be an advocate of change and to make change possible in our life. So be careful of the words you say. So we can rewire our brain, our neural pathways, for success, for us to succeed in making changes in our life. When we are faced with a challenge or we need to make adjustments or changes, that's when we need to be careful of our self-talk. So give yourself a bit of a pep talk if you're doing something that's a challenge to you or a situation that you're facing. Say, I can do this, I can handle this, I'm good at this. Tell yourself these things. Remember, the mind is always listening to what it's being told. It doesn't discern whether it's truth or not. It just brings about and tries to manifest what it's being told. So you may as well use your self-talk to your advantage so that you can be successful. So repetition is key. Be kind to yourself. Be aware of your self-talk. Change it when you've become aware that you are being negative. Change it to something positive. Tell yourself loving thoughts. Tell yourself that you're good. You are enough. I am enough is a great affirmation. I can handle this. I'm good at this. I've done this before. So give yourself a pep talk. Remember, be kind, be compassionate, be uplifting, and your mind will work for you. So be careful of your self-talk. Make it positive. Become aware when you are being negative, and it'll work out well for you if you can monitor your self-talk. Remember, being positive words. The mind is listening to every word that you say all of the time, whether it's truth or not. It doesn't care. It just brings about, it manifests what you say. So you can tell yourself anything. So again, remember, the words that you say are very, very important. So you may as well use your own self-talk for your advantage to be successful, to complete activities, to take on challenges. Tell yourself that you can do things, you can handle things. I handle whatever comes my way with ease. I am calm and relaxed. Whatever it is that you want to manifest, you can do it through the power of words. Remember, the brain can be rewired, but it does take repetition, 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 repetition. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed today's sample talk on self-talk. Take care. Bye.